What's up, everybody? What's up, Rodney?
Thanks for inviting me.
No, we live, brother. We live. So go ahead and pop on. I have to go ahead and start this thing. You know, we 3 minutes behind. Can y'all hear me out there? Rodney, you on?
I hear you.
Wait up. All right. Is your link working on your side, Mike? There you go. All right.
Hold on.
All right. Cool. All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we are going live right now. I know how these things be happening, man. There's always some technical challenges with these things, but hey, we're live. So hey, what's up?
I got a blank screen here. I see.
I'm glad that you joined us on this Sunday evening here, and Mike should be popping on in a minute. We got Rodney on right now. What's up, Rodney?
Hello there. Pleasure to be joining with you, gentlemen. Oh, hold on 1 second.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. And Mike, you dark. You need to turn some lights on.
Where am I doing that?
Is that any better?
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there we go. I actually turned my speaker down. I'm tripping.
Okay.
Okay, there you go.
All right, Mike, you dark on your end.
Can you still hear me?
Let's see, where am I?
Can everybody hear me?
I hope y'all put this out there.
Test.
Yeah, I can hear you. Whoever's saying test. I can hear you.
Great.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Chris, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me,
I'm
Chris?
good. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Why yes? Why yes? I can hear you.
Okay. Why yes? Can you hear me? Yes. Okay. Good. All right.
Why yes? All right. Everybody. All right. Everybody's good. All right.
Hold on.
All right. Well, hey.
Hold on.
We're gonna get into this tonight, and pretty much, hey. I'm sure tonight's pretty unique because I wanted to share some with you all. You know, you who are married, because see, there's a lot of people out there who thinks it's impossible to do some certain things because you're married with kids and things of that nature. And tonight, my goal is for you, the viewer. And you could be someone. You know, I don't know how you found this video. You might have found it on Facebook Evite, or you might email, or just somewhere out there in cyberspace. But hey, I'm glad that you're here. I promise you, my goal is not to go any longer than 1 hour. So I'm in Texas. I'm on Central Time Zone, so it's 5 after 7 buying, and so my goal is to go less than an hour, and to be able to you will leave with this to see how. You know, you can actually begin building your dream life, you know, while being married with kids and also working a job. So tonight we're just gonna share some stories, some things like that. I'm gonna show you some pictures of some things that actually are happening in my life, and I mean, people are still popping in this thing. I'm on Facebook right now, man. People are still popping in. Hey, Mike and Ryan, go ahead and post on Facebook that we live, you know, and just put your link there. Hopefully you put a link there to your blog. That way folks will go to your blog link. But tell folks we live, tell them get on now, and we starting on time. That's because we black, don't mean we starting late. So, but hey, but you guys want to say anything right quick while we go ahead and, you know, let folks be popping on, all that kind of stuff? Y'all want to say anything real quick?
It's a part of my purpose to get this message out there, especially for me to fathers, because a lot of us have and do think that doing what we're doing right now is impossible. So it's important for people, men like us, to continue to spread the message.
Most definitely. All right, Mike.
Can you hear me?
Man, turn some lights on over there. You trying to save electricity?
I got a light on, man. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm sorry.
Turn your light on.
Let me move to another place. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me move.
I know you're embarrassed about the Bears and all, but that's why you're trying to stay in the dark.
I got my bear gear on, man. I'm ready to bear down in a second here. Hold on one second.
It's all
Hold
dark
on.
there and stuff, man.
Hold on. Give me one moment.
I'm gonna raise my thing up, son. All right. Yeah, see, now you gotta put a little light on, man. You gotta let folks see you. Let folks see your face on these things here. So, but all right. Look like you coming back now.
Better?
Yeah, that's a lot better. We actually can see you now.
Yeah, I had to just move to another place. Now, I'm sorry. Repeat the question again. I'm trying to get situated.
No, that's what we're doing now. We're gonna get into this. No, I say if anything that you want to just a quick little intro about what we sharing, because like I said, this is really to a specific kind of individual, which is awesome because I mean, anything like that you want to share about the content, the topic.
But you're kind of choppy right now, but
You couldn't hear me?
I guess, yeah, I can hear you. But the topic is how to build your dream life while you're married and have children, etc. It's something that we can't escape. It's a great responsibility to be a spouse, to be a husband. I'm speaking from a man's perspective, right? To be a husband, and it's a blessing to have children. So those things are ongoing. Their responsibility is ongoing, and in our pursuit to provide an even better life and actually build some time freedom, it's important. It's a good idea to look at other ventures, look at other ways to increase the bottom line. Yes, we work a 9 to 5, and I don't necessarily agree with the whole just over broke catchphrase, if you will, but there's nothing wrong with having multiple streams of income. I think it's important. If you can do that, it's awesome. And you find the right vehicle, who knows, you will surpass what you do financially from your full-time job, and you can get the time frame you want. So there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and you actually touched on a really good point that we might shed a little bit light on this evening about the multiple streams of income. But there and see, I did a video the other day. I put it on Facebook I think a couple of days ago, and I was talking about the problem that most people, when they try to be able to, to try to create a life of freedom, because it's, to be honest, it's really hard to find freedom, in place of employment, things of that nature. And so when they want to start a business, the problem with most people is they don't have any money to start the business or to invest in their education or training. So you hit a good point that, yeah, you need some sort of income, and for 99% of the people out there starting a business, it's going to be from your job, and hopefully, you got enough there where you can put towards your business, because as any entrepreneur should know, you need money to start a business. You need money to learn how to run your business more, in the education, or getting the education and the skills and training that you need, and you need money for operations. No different. You start an offline business, and what most people fail is that they don't consider that. Especially when they're looking at what we're doing. We decide. Let's go and get to the kind of like we decide. Like I personally decided to. Let me tell you a little about my background. Maybe someone brand new that don't know me. Real quick, here's my background. Here's my story. I'm actually an individual that's I would say psychologically unemployable. But throughout my journey, I got started in my own business in 1998. And I got involved in the music business. And I was in the music business about 12 years, 98 to 2010. And we had some good regional success and won some awards and different things of that nature, and had a record deal and all that kind of stuff. But the music business was tough. And my wife was a singer-songwriter as well, so we actually was able to do this thing together, which was pretty awesome. But unless you really, really, really doing it, the income in music business up and down, up and down, up and down. So in the meantime, you have to take on jobs. So I always been an individual that I took on different jobs, to support my vision, to support what I was building. And I took on sales jobs. I mean, I had jobs where pretty much, after I got out the Air Force, I started working for the government for about 3 or 4 years. until I got fired from that job. Then I took on some different sales gigs and got fired from a lot of them at the same time. But one thing is that I always had some income to start a business. When I got involved in real estate investing in 2010, I took about 20 grand to hire some mentors to teach me real estate investing. And I realized that you always got to have some type of working capital
30 on TV.
if you plan on being successful. So that's one of the things that we want to talk about is that,
Okay.
you might want to hit mute, Mike.
Take the towel, dog.
Mike,
All right, later on.
Mike, hit mute, man. I'm gonna mute you out myself. You're running your mouth. I'm going to mute you out myself. Yeah, now if you're on the phone, just hit mute. You see the microphone? Just hit mute. If you.
Okay,
but no. So that's what I wanted to share because the question tonight is how to build your dream life while working a job with kids. But number one, you need to keep your job. The number one mistake people make is quitting their job. Trust me. I told you from the beginning, I'm an individual psychologically unemployable. I cannot stand working for someone. But at the same time, I realize, see, I'm in a position now where, like, if you guys saw my post on Facebook, all of us just came back from a trip in Orlando. I'm going to show you some pictures here in a second. And my whole trip to Orlando, actually in the last 3 months, my family and I has been to San Antonio, Texas. We've been to the Bahamas. We've been to South Beach, Miami. I've been to Charlotte, North Carolina, and Orlando, Florida. And I'm married with 3 kids. One is a newborn, 5 months old, and I have a sales gig. I have a president worker sales gig at the same time. So, but being able to travel to 5 different cities in the last 2 or 3 months. How is that possible? It's possible because you're able to separate your income. So you have to start at a place where when you're trying to build a business, that you don't need that money to pay your bills with. So like my trip to Orlando was all funded from my business. It didn't come from the sales job. It didn't come from nothing personal. And so I made a decision to say, you know what? I actually quit my job about a year or so ago when I had my biggest month ever in the home business profession. And I'm like, yeah, I'm about this about to be on. So I got into it with my boss. I'm like, peace, dog, I'm out. So I did this thing full time about for 5 or 6 months, just strictly on my business. But as any kind of business can go, it can go up and down. Well, then all of a sudden my wife got pregnant, so she wasn't working anymore. It was all back on me, so I had to go back to the sales gig. Now, but what I realized this time is that I was going to separate my income. So I was not going to allow my sales job income have to use that to support my business. I was going to be able to separate the two, so that way you can build and survive. So first thing you need to do is don't quit your job. So many people make that mistake. I mean, anybody want to talk about that? There's people, I know people, they want to start today, right? And they want to quit their job next week. I'm like, how are you going to do that? This is a real business. This is not a lottery ticket. You need to treat it as if you bought your own Subway or McDonald's building. And anyone knows that if I invest in a business, I got to work that thing, make it happen. I got to build it up. And it's going to take some time to do that. So anybody want to talk about people kind of that mindset of wanting to quit their job way too soon, they didn't find themselves with their business failing, and now they can't fund their business, and they quit and just get frustrated. Anybody want to talk about that real quick?
I would say that you have to be realistic, and I think you touched on the point that this is a business and things can go up and down. So that's only wisdom that you want to jump in with both feet. Mentally you want to be all in, right? You want to anchor yourself. You want to say, hey, plant your flag. This is what I'm going to do. But you got to have a plan. You have to be realistic, and you got to pick your spots. You got to you still got to get your rest. You know what I mean? You still got to give your family the time they deserve. But that's why you want to, join a business that has a system in place. Most people are working full time that are working from home. Okay, if you're in a hurry to go ahead and go full time and go full blast, God bless you. But know that you're not alone in working from home and doing this thing on a part-time basis. That's what most people are doing. So what you want to do is align yourself with a system, a program, a group that can help you go from where you are now to where you want to be. Okay? And we've got something in place to help you with that. We've got a system in place to help you with that, and we'll probably touch on that a little later. But yeah, it's only wisdom to, look, be realistic, take baby steps, do the things you have to do to be successful. But don't put yourself in a bind where you don't have any income coming in. It's going to happen in due season. That's just my point of view.
Yeah, I agree. And let's just speak specifically to the type of people that we're going to be attracting on this hangout. And most people, you may be, have a medium to high income, but what you really want is freedom. What you're really asking for is freedom. So people that earn a high income, six-figure income at a regular job, they are slaves to their job. People earning a middle and low income, they're slaves to their job because they're trying to get up in their income. So if you take me, for instance, I'm a recovered workaholic, where I used to work 2 and 3 jobs at a time, working well over 60 hours, 80 hours a week. I would leave when my son was asleep, come home and find him doing the same, because I thought if I worked hard enough for long enough, eventually I'd get where I wanted to be, right? So there were times where I just simply wanted to quit my job, but if I did, there'd be no money. So I broke the mold a little bit when I decided to get into this business, to start my home-based business, my fatherpreneurship movement. I was actually no funds. I'll put it like that. I was actually sleeping on an airport bench trying to get to my aunt's funeral in a different state. I was begging and borrowing money from people to get there, was on a standby ticket, and at that moment when I'm on this bench saying, why can't I go where I need to go, when I want to go, and be with whoever I need to be? Without the money, this is a little bit breaking the mold, without the money, I made a decision to do this. And because I made a decision, the resources came to me. It's called the law of attraction. So there are some people that have the money and more than enough that don't want to let it go. Then there's people that don't have the money like I used to be, but was just so sick and tired of the system that I was in, keeping me trapped, I just forced my way out of it. So all those people that want to just hurry up and speed up the process, you have to let the process happen. Don't quit. My mentor quit 5 times. He said he quit 5 times before he got it right. Don't make the same mistakes. The difference between a smart person and a wise person is a smart person learns from their mistakes, but a wise person learns from someone else's mistakes.
Oh, that's real. That's good. And, right, and you hit dead on. That's we say you learn from what mistakes and mentors. 2 places that we actually learn everything from, and that's key. You said the word freedom, and you heard Mike touched on that too. About sometimes you may not have all the money that you need, but if your why is big enough, most people don't have a strong why. I was reading something yesterday, and it's saying why most people quit on their dreams. I read some other day, and it's good because this thing said how to build your dream life, right? Well, other day I read something that said that the average person quits dreaming at the age 30. So the average person quits dreaming at the age 30. Why? Life happens. You get married. You start having kids. You start working a job, and you feel that, I just need something just to pay the bills, or I can't do nothing else. It's impossible to build a business because I don't have the time to do that now. You come up with every single excuse, not reason. You come up with a rational lie. You rationalize on why you can no longer pursue your dreams, and you allow outsiders, you allow family, you allow other influences, friends, people in your circle to say, man, why are you doing that for? Look, you're too old for that now. All you need to focus on is your family. I mean, I know for a fact, I love my parents, right? Love my parents. But my parents have always said, Chris, why don't you go get you a good computer job? You know how to do all that stuff. You went to school for that stuff. Why don't you go do that? I'm like, that would not make me happy. My wife knows for a fact that there's no job out there in America. I know computer programming. I'm good at sales. But there's nothing out there that's going to give me what I truly desire in my heart, because I don't feel free doing it. I don't feel free doing it. And so sometimes you get your family members who, they have good intentions. They have good intentions. But what happens is that if you've seen that movie Rudy is a good example. Rudy, in the movie Rudy, the father was a guy who worked in that steel mill, right? But Rudy had a dream to play for Notre Dame. And his father kept saying, well, why are you thinking about that? No one in our family ever done that. You can't make it in Notre Dame. Why don't you go work at the steel mill? Why? Because that was the norm. Everyone else gave up on their dreams. Because why? Life happened. And so that mindset was then, well, if you're not going to make it by a certain age, then you need to quit. Well, but Rudy didn't give up on his dream. And Rudy eventually made it to Notre Dame and eventually played in the football game. That was his dream and vision. Well, the same with me. My dream and vision that I've always had of being free, of being an entrepreneur. And yeah, I've been up and down. Not that long ago, I had $12.06 to my name in my bank account. But because, like Rodney said, because I made a decision that no matter what, because see me, there's no plan B. And here's another way for you to begin building your dream life. I work in a full-time job with your kids. My brother, if you're watching this right now, you're a married man, you're married, you got kids and you're working a job, there is no plan B. I mean, you have to get rid of all your alternatives, because your alternative is your current lifestyle. So obviously that if you're not 100% satisfied with where you are today in your life, then you can't resort back to that. You can't. So you have to get rid of. There is no alternative for me. This thing is going to happen at all costs. It's going to happen. And I thank God, like my kid. And you know what? It's very rewarding, because you know why? Watch this. Brianna, Josiah, come here. I'm going to show you something that becomes rewarding when you begin to make a decision to change for the better. And you begin to put some pants on. Josiah, come here. Two glasses Sunday night. But you know, you get to teach your kids certain things. See, most of us was taught to do what? Go to school, good grades, go find a good job. But most of us individuals, 80% of us in America today who work a job do not love what we do for a living. We do it for what? For the sake of paying bills. But we don't love it. And once we get past age 30, we feel we can't do what we truly wanted to do on our heart. But that's a lie. But see, it's something that I teach my kids. And it's something, it's something small, but like, tell them, like, if you find some money, what do you say you find money anywhere? What do you say?
I'm a money magnet. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
So, I don't know if you heard what she said, but what I taught her was a wealth principle that I actually got, because it's a wealth principle of attracting money. And Rodney talked about that too, law of attraction. But I teach my kids that if they find money anywhere, you pick it up and you thank God for it. You say, I'm a money magnet. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. It's small stuff like that. I teach when I was in real estate investing, I had Brianna come out to a house with me, looking at houses, and said, and she was probably, well, she's 9 now, so she was probably 6 or 7 then. And my mother's sons are younger. He's 4, so the point is that you want to be able to pass on wealth to your kids instead of debt, instead of credit card debt and everything else. But it starts by making a decision now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some of you might have said, okay, this is awesome. Are you ready to get started right now? Look, there's a link below this video right now. Click that link now. It's going to get you started right now. You can begin building your dream. And you know what's so crazy about this, my friend? We're going to give you a taste of what we're doing for only $7. For only $7, you can begin building your dream right now just by clicking the link below this video. If you already heard enough right now, you say, okay, Chris, okay, Mike, okay, Rodney, what is it that you brothers are doing? Because you know what? I'm married. I want more. I want to do more for my family. I want to be able to still, go after the things I want to do in life, but I need a vehicle to do that. That's what we're giving you right now, a vehicle where you can do that. And Mike touched on this as well. You want to build a vehicle. You want to build a vehicle. There you go. Bring the kiddos. We're talking about the kids. Bring them in here. Josiah, come here. We want to bring a vehicle. You want to get a vehicle that you can be able to do that and have freedom. Yeah, see, what we're telling you is real. This is our family. But we made a decision to say, you know what, we want to provide more. My little boy here. So go ahead and introduce your daughter, Mike. Did you mute yourself? Go ahead, unmute yourself.
Magic Mitchell.
There you go.
Oh, she's off. Wait, hold on.
Okay. I'm coming.
And
Say-
my daughter's asleep. My son's on the way, so
Okay.
I dare not
I was gonna
interrupt
say
that.
hi.
that
Oh, yeah.
moment piece.
Because it's about the family, guys. Go ahead, Mike.
Hey, what's going on? This is my daughter, Madison. Say hey, Madison.
Hi.
Hi. This is Josiah and Brianna, and Caleb's in the room with his mom. But like Mike said, you want something that you can be able to have freedom. Because you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna step on any toes. But I'm not gonna step on any toes. But most people are working full time. Now I've tried traditional home business or traditional network marketing companies. I've tried. I've been in them. I send out cards, prepaid legal, right? And great products. All traditional network MLMs have great products. But the problem is this. I'm being honest with you. The problem is this. The average person who has a family, who works full time, who has obligations, cannot really build that business in a way they can have the massive success that they desire. Because why? It takes a lot of time outside of the home to do so. And you really can't automate the process. See, we live in 2014, 2015 now, right? We live in a day and age of the internet, and now you're able to not just have a local audience, but a global audience. You're able to systematize your business. You're able to actually build a business and have a life at the exact same time by leveraging the internet. And that's what we decided to do, because you can do a traditional home business offline where you go to meetings and you're doing a lot of hotel meetings and prospecting strangers and a lot of that type of business. But it's very difficult to do when you have a lot going on in your family. But when you have an internet business, you actually can systematize it. You can automate it. I mean, it's nothing like being able to make sales at 2 or 3 in the morning from someone from England or Colombia or someone, people you ain't never talked to. People they probably can barely speak English, right? But you're able to do that by leveraging an automated system like we do using the internet. So that's very key as well, because if you're really busy, I'll be honest with you, you're gonna have to dedicate some time to do that. But if you got an hour or two, if you got 2 hours, which you do, everyone has 2 hours, you can build yourself a business if you approach it the right way, especially using the internet. Anyone want to touch on that?
Yeah, you're exactly right. Where, like I spoke about before, where I used to work 80-hour work weeks, 60-hour work weeks. Now I have one job, and that's a story in itself. Because I used to work crappy jobs. I used to work night shifts. I used to work low-pay jobs. I used to work, those entry-level jobs like it was my life. But because I started my business and I started learning techniques to market myself better, I started learning about personal and applying personal development techniques,
I don't have a good feeling about this.
I actually attracted the kind of job that my family needs, where I have time flexibility, I have freedom to be at every one of my son's events. I've been to just about all except one basketball game, all except one t-ball game, where in the past my son was so used to me leaving that he would say, "Papa, you got to go to work." Now he says things like this out of the blue. "Randall, what do you want to be?" His mom would ask him, "Randall, what do you want to be when you grow up?" He would say this without being coached. I want to be a daddy like Papa."
Mm.
So that transformation, where from being an absentee father, not because I wanted to be, because I was doing what I thought I needed to do, to being present and engaged, was one of the best decisions I ever made in life. Where in 2008, I was forced to choose between him or what I thought was my dream job, literally. I chose him and paid a hefty financial price. My marriage paid a hefty price on our peace and our well-being and our living situation. We had to eat a bunch of humble pie. I had to move in with a family, a friend of the family. with my family, when he was a baby, had to live in a bedroom of their home. But I chose my child knowing that I needed to leave a legacy, because in 2008, I almost died, literally, where I was working so much, these 2 jobs, working so hard, being available every time they called, emailed, said, can you work later? I was there. But one day I had chest pains. The kind of chest pains, like something's wrong here.
Yeah.
Where I couldn't walk down the hallway. I was getting woozy. So somebody like me who's a former college athlete knows when something's wrong with his body.
Right.
I go to the doctor and come to find out my left artery is closing. I was 26 years old with an artery closing. So men out there, we're speaking specifically to men out there. And the ladies who are watching, we appreciate you. Men out there that believe that if you continue to work hard, when you die, what is your story going to say? Right? What is your story going to say to those people that love you the most, that require and deserve your time the most? When you die, they're going to say, well, he was a hard worker. And can you help us out with some donations to pay for the funeral? Or are you going to leave this earth empty, having poured everything you can into your children, everything you can into your loved ones, everything you can into ones that need your time the most? You got to make a decision, whether it be with this business or not. Because there's a lot of geniuses out there that have million and billion dollar ideas that are sitting on them. Because like what Chris said, we stop dreaming. I think it's a lot earlier than 30. I think most of our dreams die once you graduate college and work for about 2 years, if you even go to college or the military. Because we get around people that are dream killers. We get around people that settle for less. We get around people that just say, well, you just work hard at this for 5, 10 years. You know what killed that for me? I've been laid off 3.5 times. I'll save that half for another story. 3.5 times. Each time I got laid off, it taught me something new about how much control someone else had over my life. That at any time, at any moment, they can take away my livelihood. It took away the fear of starting my own business. That fear of failure. Because all failure is going to do is propel you forward, or you're going to give up. It depends on who you are. So many people are scared because you're scared of what people are going to think. What people think don't pay your bills. What people think don't make it possible for you to go to your children's activities. What people think don't give your children hugs and kisses at night. What people think don't keep you alive. Facts. Life keeps you alive. Your faith, your family, your funds. Those are my 3 F's. Faith, family, funds keep you alive. That's what matters. And when you achieve your massive version of success, what it looks like to you, because I'm living it right now, and I'm on my way to my next step. I'm here. I'm in this place with my family. They're sleeping. They're at peace. I got my dad visiting me from Vegas. My son keep wanting to come peek in at what's going on. But he hears me on these hangouts. He hears me doing videos. He sees me writing blogs. And he hears these messages, and these are the seeds I'm planting in my son, that by the time he becomes a man, he's going to start saying things and doing things. And where did this come from? Because these are the seeds I'm teaching him versus what our parents and our parents' parents taught us. Like you said, Chris, earlier, go to school, get good grades, work a good job. That died, honestly, in the 70s. The 80s, it was on its way out. So that model that anybody that's over the age of 28 can attest to, that the old system doesn't work for you. And if you're going to keep living by what other people think, don't blame them, because it's your decision. When your children, you missed your children's lives, when they grow up to be just like you and do the same things you did and let their dreams die, and as an old man you look back on saying, man, if I would have just did this. What if you made a decision today? Huh? What if you just said, that's enough? What if you decided your children, your wife, your relationship was worth so much that you are willing to give your life to this new way of thinking? Let me give I'm not dibble and dabble. What if you just decided to take full and complete and massive action on your dream? And just decided today to say, okay, these guys are doing what I want to do. I see them at their home. Their children are in the video. They have something I want. Maybe you want to write a book. Maybe you want to write a play. Maybe you want to become an actor. Whatever it is, you need a vehicle to get you there. And see, we have three different men. I don't care who you join, because my passion is to see other men stop killing themselves for places that don't care about you. I've seen people die at work, and all they get is a card at a table saying, please sign this card for their family. Now, what is that? What kind of life is that? What kind of life is that? That's not living. That's surviving. You should be thriving. You know, and before I take up the rest of this whole hour by myself, just understand this is a passion. I almost died. My young child would have been without a father. My wife would have been without her husband. They would have had no life insurance, no money. But I made a decision, and I'm living today. I'm here today, and I'm pouring myself out, telling you my story, because I know it's not about just me. I made it through 3.5 layoffs, almost dying twice, just so I can tell you a story about how to live.
That's awesome. Yeah. Mike, you got something you want to share? Mike, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, you know, I wanted to just add on to that. You know, my story is I don't know. I don't know if it's a unique story, but you know, ever since I graduated college in the early to mid '90s, and I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit. I've always taken a look at different opportunities when I was working full time or not, because again, I've always liked the idea of having multiple streams of income, residual income, and such. And you know, fast forward to current times, you know, I've been working consistently, and that's a blessing. Like I said, you know, working consistently for 15, 16 years, and just over time, I've realized that this has got to be more to life than what I'm currently doing. There's been many times I've come home at 7 p.m., 8 p.m., depending upon the time of the year. And I realized, man, you know what? I need some time freedom. You know, money is good and everything, but man, sometimes you just feel like you're in a rut. And again, like I said, you know, working and having income in the meantime is a blessing. But you know, maybe that's who you are. Maybe you're someone you're working full time, but you just realize that, man, day after day, you're doing the same thing over and over. You're getting home, you're leaving at night, you're coming home at night, and you're thinking there's got to be another way to get this done financially. And that's pretty much where I am. You know, I can't tell you, especially during the winter time. Sometimes I get home, man, I'm in the car driving, and it's 3 to 4 hours in the car, way after quitting time. And I just feel like there's got to be another way. This has to be another way to make the type of income that I want, that I'm making, and can still have time freedom. And you know, I'm thankful that I came across a system that we have. And I think in due season, I'm going to get what I want. I'm going to get that dream lifestyle where, you know, I pretty much have time freedom. And that's pretty much what my drive is, you know. And again, if you're watching this and you're working full time, and you know that, man, every time you turn around, you're getting up and you're hitting the reset button and you're going back to work, and it's just like, you know, the what's that movie called?
Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Again, having a job is great. You know, it's a blessing to have income. But if you're looking for a little bit more, man, you ought to lock arms with what we're doing. Click the links below. Click the links around this video, and take a close look at what we're doing. Take a real close look and evaluate it. And trust your eyes. You know, I mean, here's the thing about the industry, right? You know, I just kind of wrote some notes down because I recall hearing this. You know, the work from home industry is a $70 billion industry, right? Is that right, Chris? Isn't that what you've heard? I mean, it's a
overall, yeah,
multi-billion-dollar industry.
Huge.
and it's not that because it doesn't work, right? I mean,
System works.
it works. You know, there are people. I don't think Chris or would be doing this. I don't think anyone would be doing this if it was a waste of time. So, you know, trust your eyes. You've seen, you've heard, you've investigated. You know you have. Trust your eyes. This thing works. So it's up to you to make a decision and jump in. You know, follow our lead and take advantage of what you have in front of you.
Yeah, and so let me recap. Then that was good. So if you guys are writing notes, see, some of you probably weren't taking notes. I didn't tell you to take out a pen and pad, but we shared some nuggets with you. We 43 minutes after, so we shared some nuggets with you. The first thing we said, if you're getting building your dream life while being married with kids and working a job, first thing we said, you're make a decision to do it. You have to make a decision to do it. You're just going to decide tonight. Because here's the deal. What's your alternative? What is your alternative? Keep doing the same thing day in, day out, expecting a different result? That's insanity, right? So what's your alternative? So make a decision. Decide tonight, you know what? I'm going to do. I don't care what anybody else says. Because I rightly said earlier, the people that you're worried about, the people that you're worried about, how they think about you, they ain't not paying your bills. They're not paying your bills. So make a decision. Second thing, find the system. Why is the system so important? Well, that's why McDonald's and Chick-fil-A and all these franchises are successful. Why? Because it's a system. You know, the last thing you truly want to do, let me say this, is to start a business that's actually creating another job for yourself. A lot of folks do this. A lot of folks in the self-service industry, barbers, beauticians, doctors, attorneys, plumbers, people like that only make money by providing a service. If I'm cutting hair, right, I don't make money unless I'm cutting hair. If I'm doing these pretty braids, you know, if I'm a doctor, I don't make money unless I'm actually. So essentially, what happens is this: you can start a business out there. Depending on the businesses you start out there, but what most people do is they actually create another job for themselves. So how you gonna work two jobs now? You know, how you gonna work 8, 10, 12 hours at your quote-unquote day job, and then work 8 hours at your business job, and still you got your wife, if you're married, you know, if you're a brother, you're married, and you got your kids. See, so find a system is important, so that way someone can go and buy a Chick-fil-A tomorrow and know how to run that thing, because why? It's a proven system. So you want to find a system, and we share with you that that's what we choose to do, a system. We don't choose to use the slave model, because there are businesses out there in the home business profession that are slave models, where you trade a lot of time for money. You want to be able to leverage a system. You can do that now. When you make a decision, you click that link below the video. That's simple. And the third thing is to do it and never quit. Do it and never quit. You have to do it and never quit. And I read something the other day, and the reason why I said you got to have a big why. And it's because it said there are two reasons why people quit on themselves in their business. Two reasons why. They forgot why they started, and they didn't consider the alternative. Most people will start something, and when they hit the first bump in the road, or the first objection comes, say you're married and your wife, and say, okay, you know, and now you're sacrificing 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours a day to build your business. But maybe your wife says something to you that kind of hit you the wrong way. The average person might quit, get so upset, say, I can't do it. Well, the reason why you started your business was to provide a better lifestyle for your wife and your kids. So you cannot allow challenges and obstacles to prevent you from why you started your business. Because what's your alternative? I ask myself that every single time. I have good days and I have bad days. I'm being honest with you. So we ain't shared income. I don't need to share income with you. You know, but I have good days and I have bad days. You know, that's the things that happen, right? And some days I feel like they say, you know what, forget all this. Just forget it. It's too much. But then I ask myself, what's your alternative, Chris? What is really your alternative? I don't have a plan B. That's why I'm going to excel. That's why I'm going to be wealthy in this business. Why? I don't have an alternative. I have goals. If you can see my screen right now, I got my vision board right here to my right. Every day I write down goals, my goals to complete. You know, I have a see my bookshelf. So I have things in place to keep me going, and my kiddos are part of my why. So what if you made the decision tonight to say, you know what y'all said tonight really resonates with me. I would love just to be able to get more time freedom. Because what good does it make to earn $100,000 a year if you never get to see your family? Like Rodney said, the last thing you want, kids grow up fast. They grow up fast, man. So what good is it that you out there making $100,000 a year, but you never get to see your kids grow up? You can't go to the baseball games and football games, and recitals, and dance lessons and the dance contest and all that stuff. What good is it? I see that so many times I talk to people older, and one of my mentors taught me when I got a real estate investor. I never forget it. He left me with life with 5 words. Let's make sure I counted it first, which was 5. He told me to live life with no regrets. I'll never forget that. He told me to live life with no regrets, and that is my mantra. So everything I do is to live life with no regrets. My goal is to help you dream again. Believe in yourself. You can do it. Whatever you want, you can do it. I don't care if you're 40. I don't care if you're 50, you're 60. I don't care if you're married, you got 15 kids. You know, we're going to work on some income, but, make sure hopefully you got a lot of child support killing your income. But the point is this, you can do it. You just have to do it. And like I said, you got to do it and never quit. Because if you quit, what's your alternative? And the last thing you want to do is be on that deathbed saying, I shoulda, woulda, coulda. Because you want to live life with no regrets. When it's time for you to go, you want to say, I lived my life to the fullest. Everything I wanted to do, I actually went after. So that way you can be at peace. Because the last thing you want to do is live your life with regrets, because you can't. This is it. It's a one-shot deal. And you can do it. We're living proof that if you make a decision, you can do it. I can show you pictures where we've been in the last 3 months in 5 different cities. So the point is that you can do this. You can do this, but it all starts with you making a decision. You're getting rid of all your alternatives. There's no plan B. And you're going to make it happen no matter what. And when one of my mentors told me this in Orlando, was in Orlando a couple of weeks ago. And she said, at the end of the day, Chris, you're going to win by default. By default, you win. What that means is that if you stick with this thing, if you stick with your dreams, if you push, you're going to win by default. Why? Because a lot of people fall by the wayside. A lot of people fall, but if you stick with it,
yeah, I would add to that.
Like Jesse
I would
Holland.
add to I would add to that you know what, this isn't a sprint. It can be a marathon. You gotta have the endurance to hang in there. We don't want to put any false expectations here that this isn't a get rich quick scheme. You know what I'm saying? If someone tells you that, run the other way. Okay, run the other way. Now we have something in place that will pay you, handsomely, in a short amount of time, if, like you do what Chris says, you stick with it, right? You stick with it. But yeah, this is a process. I mean, some people come into this and they've never been in business before at all, and they just have the wrong thought process. But again, if you decide to click the link below around this video, you'll be introduced to a system that will lead you by the hand to show you exactly what you need to do from point A to point B, and will position you correctly to leverage in the system itself, and then be on your way to that time freedom that I'm looking for and the residual income. Anyone else want to add to this? Just want to speak about the system and what it can do for you?
Yeah, what I've learned is that people fail for two reasons, especially in the home-based business world. One, they fail because they quit. They give up. They don't have the fortitude to keep going. Secondly, they never learn how to properly market themselves and their goods and services. Now, if my baby starts crying, I'll have to step away for a second, but they never learn how to properly market themselves and their goods and services. So when I got into this business, I had a few things prompting me. The dire need to grow an income, the dire need to be present and engaged with my family. But what I'm highly and completely thankful for is that I got introduced to a system from someone I trusted, who I'd seen walk away from his job, who's earned well over six figures in this opportunity. And he leverages the same system that we're offering you tonight for $7. Right? So what the mentality that you must have, though, the mentality that you must have, and we talked about franchises a little bit earlier, is that when people buy like a McDonald's franchise, and let's say the numbers say if you want to make $1 million a year, your McDonald's franchise, you have to invest at least 10% to get there, and you must work the business for no less than 3 years. So you're buying yourself a job you got to work for 3 years to earn a six-figure income and make a profit after 3 years. Now imagine the low startup costs that we're talking about to try this out, to give you the skills and the tools and the system, meaning you don't have to recreate the wheel. You want freedom, and you're just wondering how. I was frustrated for years, waking up so tired that I just wanted to go to sleep and not wake up no more. I said, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way.
There wasn't, if anything, it was offensive passing.
Okay. That wasn't me. But but I would always say there's got to be a better way. I just didn't know how. I didn't know where it was. I didn't know how to find it. Gentlemen, this is it. We're not blowing any smoke up your behind. Income disclaimer, we're not promising any amount of money because we don't know if you'll quit. We don't know if you'll do what we did, what it took necessary, the sacrifices, the resources that we made come to fruition to make sure our family and our legacy is completely different than the path that we were on before. Will you just make a decision like I did when I was on the bench in Hartsfield-Jackson Airport? I said, that's enough. What else is in your life stopping you? If you're watching this video, you're probably in a room by yourself, no one else around. What else is stopping you? Money? $7 to see what's going on. Is it people in your ear stopping you? Are they paying your bills? Why not get started right now to see, okay, let me see how this thing works. What are these guys talking about? Why would these guys take away time from their families? What's tonight? Sunday night? There's a football Saturday night. There's a football game on Sunday. There's a football game on somewhere. There's a sporting event on somewhere. Why are these men taking time out of their lives, away from their children, away from sleep time, to pour into you an opportunity to make franchise money without making that six-figure investment? To me, it's a no-brainer. Decide.
Y'all still here? Hello?
Still here.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Well, hey, I mean that's pretty much what it is right there. Make a decision. Now I normally don't do this, but I just posted it. If you guys are watching this on one of my channels, because everyone is distributing this to our various channels, I have a comment box there. If you got any comments or questions, we'll take a couple of questions from you right now. So I just posted. If you hit refresh and you're watching this on my channel, my link or whatever, hit refresh and you see post your question in the comment box. Because we want you to see we're just real people. You know, we're real people just like you, and we just made a decision to not settle. I read something the other day. Actually, I posted something today, and I said, it's a thin line between being grateful for what you have and settling for what you got. Let me say it one more time. It's a very thin line between being grateful for what you have and settling for what you got. See, I believe it 100% that God created you to live an abundant life. See, I'm a Christian man, and one of my passions, one of the things I have on my list is that is go across this country, holding seminars with Christians, teaching them wealth principles. Why? Because most Christians have been conditioned to think money is bad, to think being wealthy is evil, which is a lie from the gates of hell. See, it's all about when you take certain scriptures out of context, right? Or you allow certain teachings to be taught by certain people in a leadership position, and you kind of see them as an authority figure, see them higher than what they truly are.
But Chris, isn't money the root of all evil, Chris? Isn't that what they say? Isn't that what they say? Money is the root of all evil.
You know,
that's what preacher man say.
But what's so crazy about it? The folks that believe that, they're the same folks that want to work overtime or they want to get a higher paying job.
Well,
So they want more money.
The word says it's the love of money.
Yeah, but they want more money.
That's what it says. The word says the love of money. It's your end all, be all.
Preach.
Okay, that's what it said.
Deuteronomy 8:18 says, God said, I've given you the power to create wealth for His glory. Deuteronomy 8:18. So it's a love of money. But also, do you hear people take scriptures out of context where Jesus said you can't serve God and money or God and wealth? True.
Again, that's talking about the love of, over the top love of. You can't serve it, right?
We must realize that money is a resource that is renewable.
That's right.
And not our God.
That's
money,
right.
Everything that we do in this life requires a currency to pay for what we want.
Exactly.
If you want to go visit a different city, state, or country, you have to buy a plane ticket because that plane requires fuel and people to work and operate that.
Exactly.
So if you really think that money is so bad, try living without it.
Yeah. Don't go to work tomorrow.
Let's be realistic.
Go to work for free. Tell your boss don't pay me tomorrow. Say, you know what, money is bad. Hey, I'm going to donate my time. I love this job that much. You're right. So the point is reconditioning what we've been programmed to think. A lot of us been programmed to think a lot of different things, And so the way you view money is going to determine how much comes in your life and how much does not. So you have to realize that money is good. Money does more good than any evil you could ever think about. And just think about it. Like right here. Let me show you how this. On my dream board here, this is a check written out to my church. It says the check is written out for $100,000. That's only going to happen when this business gets to that point. So if money is so bad, I bet my church cash that check. I give it to them.
Mm-hmm.
I bet they cash that check for $100,000 check. So that's on my dream board. So money is just a resource. So imagine the good you could do if you have more of it. How much more good could you do and that's all we try to teach. And this is just scratching the surface. And we hit 8 o'clock. So I'm gonna try to be a man of my word. So any guys want any parting words for you want to share? Here's the deal, guys. There's a link below this video. It's $7. You can take a look at this system that we're using right now, and not just me. I got a video that I'm gonna show you when we end this out, and it's a video from Orlando, Florida, and you're gonna see not just 2 or 3 people. You're gonna see hundreds of people, thousands of people having success in that business. I'm gonna show you it's a quick video. I'm gonna leave it at the end of this, that you see that. But it's a link below this video, guys. It's $7. $7 to get in and try this system out. And here's the deal. If you don't like it, if you feel it's the worst thing, if you don't feel it works for you, so what? It's $7. But if you're an individual and you know that you're ready to make a change, and you know that, you know what, my family deserves a better life, you know what, you deserve a better life. Not just your family. Me, I do this for myself too, because I want more for me. So you deserve a better life. Click that link below the video. get set up, follow the information there, get set up with the system, and it explains everything to you. And you be a part of our community. I mean, we get together like every 3 months in different cities across the country. So the bottom line is this: make a decision today. Nothing's going to change you if you don't. So, any parting words you guys want to share? Anything I want to share, or you want me to show the video?
No, well, just thank you again for putting this together, Chris, because I know, and it's a passion of mine, to speak this message to men, whether it be in business or out of business, that men, we have to wake up, that the system that most of us, the vast majority of us, are a part of, it's like the Matrix. Decide to take the other pill, please, because we're dying and we're leaving our children nothing but debt. We're dying, we're leaving them, our children and our families nothing but alone. And it's time to realize the system that we've all been raised in, if you went to public school from pre-K through your PhD, just doesn't work anymore. Most of us don't go after our dreams. And I'll cut it short. If you want to get in contact with me, you can email me at fatherpreneurship@gmail.com. I'll get you the link, just like these other gentlemen will. I'm on social media at fatherpreneur. My blog is fatherpreneurship.com. God bless, and I'll see you next time.
Hey, Chris, just wanted to thank you for having me on as well. And I would just say, if you know that you're looking for something, like Chris said, it's $7. So click the link below and take a test drive. And if it's not for you, no harm, no foul. Okay, but take a test drive and rock on with it. That's really it.
That's a highlighter. All right, so I'm gonna hit refresh. So if you guys are on my page again, just hit refresh. Now I want to see if you got any questions. If not, I'm gonna show you this video, and make sure you guys hit refresh on your screen. And like I said, there's a link below this video, guys. Just click the link, follow the information over there, and just do it. Just do it. I mean, there's nothing else to say. So other than that, I thank you guys for checking in. Thank you, Rodney and Mike, for coming out. It's awesome. We'll keep doing this because this is really an audience that we all can resonate with. So we're gonna continue to do this and bring in more brothers. Just teaching them, just more, like you said, helping more brothers out, getting them really to the point where they realize, okay, I need to step my game up and do more for myself and for my family and everything else. So I don't see any questions coming in on my page here. So again, click the link below this video. I'm about to share my page and show y'all this video we did in Orlando to show you proof of what's possible by making a decision to get started today. So let me hit this screen share on this thing here. This crazy YouTube. Where you at? Screen share. All right, where you go, YouTube? All righty. All right. I think I got my code here. Tell me if y'all can see my.
There,
Y'all see my screen?
There we go. I see it. I see
You
it.
see my YouTube page?
I do. You gotta go ahead and expand it.
Huh?
Go ahead and expand it.
Expand my YouTube page?
Yeah, it's minimized.
It is, huh? Okay, hold on. I don't know why it's minimized for it, but did they do anything? Present to everyone. Yeah, present to everyone.
Okay, go ahead and hit.
How about that?
Go ahead and hit play.
Huh?
Go ahead and hit play. Let's see how it looks.
All right, let me see. Yes, son, go ahead. Go ahead and draw it there. Okay. Can y'all see it, or did it stop?
It froze, and you got to go ahead and hit expand on the actual video, so it takes up the whole screen. If it'll let you do it.
Is it going through now?
No, it's showing a frozen screen. I hear it. I mean, I was there at this event, so
Huh?
I was there at the event. So I mean, what people are missing if they're not seeing what's going on is this is what's called the commission countdown, where the majority of people, which does not happen in any other traditional MLM business, have made a commission. Just one sale makes you more successful than 90% of other people in the traditional MLM business. Just one sale. So people here have made, their first sale hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and millions of dollars with this, our opportunity that we're presenting to you for only $7.
Uh-huh.
What's that?
All right. Well, I guess they saw. I don't even know.
And you could barely hear anything, and things. The picture became pixelated. So
Oh, did it? Okay.
yeah. So I gave a little commentary just to
Yeah.
help people out.
All right. Go ahead and stop it. All right. Y'all click the link below right now. Click that link right now.
Good night.